again, Rebecca here. Welcome back to my channel and welcome to Off the Board. It is a fun YouTube hop where we post on the last Wednesday of the month and we choose something off of our Pinterest board and create it. So I went into my Pinterest and I found this layout. It's from Studio Calico, and I thought, what a better way to use up a ton of button stock. So I did show you there at the beginning that big container of buttons that I have put quite a dent in with a couple layouts that I've been creating over the past year, but I don't use buttons enough and I don't really want to get rid of them, but I do need to use them if at all possible. So I did go through and choose all of the buttons that are in this particular, the solid color ones. I chose all of those in the various sizes and colors that I had. And then I pulled out, and I have no idea where those are from. I believe those are like a Recollections that I picked up at Michael's. And then the other buttons, which are like the shiny line ones, those were in my stash from Stampin' Up! Years ago. I decided I probably wasn't going to use the black, but I do have to pull some of those in the end, because even though I have all these buttons sitting out, I do kind of look like I might not be able to make it all the way back around to the picture. So I do kind of have like a various pattern going. I'm using three of the solid rounded colored buttons, and then I go in with one of those shiny squared off buttons. And I say rounded and squared because the edges of the solid color ones are rounded and the Stampin' Up! Ones have a square, sharp edge to them. So that was the only reason. And I am just going to create that cute little swirly pattern using up all these buttons. And I am using my liquid glue it's my art glitter glue in the fine liner bottle. And then I'm going to bring my picture in. And this is a picture of me at the Kansas City Chiefs game back in October of 2020. And we were practicing social distancing, so you did have to have your mask on the entire time. But there was nobody within a 6-foot radius of our little pod. Now I do want to make sure that I kind of keep the line in a continuous and I don't like make it look wonky. So I'm just going to line the buttons up over top of my picture. And then I'm going to glue the next one down. And then this way, I do know that it was continuous, and we just set those to the side. And I'm going to keep going. Now I do make several, I make one more pass, and I get back to the picture. And this is where I realize that I'm probably going to run out of buttons. So instead of doing 3 in between the Stampin' Up!, we're going to start switching to 2. And you will see that shortly. No, actually, I think I make 2 more passes. I don't know. We'll find out together. So I just keep going with it, and I chose a black cardstock, and that is from Close to My Heart. I've been doing a lot of dark colored layouts lately. I'm really digging that. I find that I was using a lot of white, so switch it up. Move to dark, and I'm going to try to start using some pattern paper as my background. And this was fun. This was basically the entire layout is just getting these buttons glued down to the page. And I like the way it looks. Now, normally when I have buttons, I do have to do something with the little buttonholes, do a little stitching or such. That is not going to happen on this layout. We are just going to have naked buttonholes. And that's okay because, well, there's not much I can do about it because I didn't really want to stick, I just didn't want to stitch all of that. So I'm like, I might as well just glue the picture down because I'm not going to move it anyway. I do slide it up underneath some of those buttons and I just get that stuck down. And we're going to go once again. Now this one I did not do the line up technique, but I feel like it worked anyway. And it's not a perfect circle because apparently I cannot do a perfect circle. I'm wonky. I start grabbing some of those bigger buttons, and I'm using the reverse side of them. If you notice, they have like polka dots and such on them. I'm hiding the polka dots, and it's totally fine. But I love the way this picture turned out. Now I do make sure to put a nice amount of glue onto each button because it's heavy and I do not want it to fall off. because that would not be fun. And I'm just going to keep going. I do get a little bit faster here, and I'm just making sure that I don't have two light colors set next to each other. And the farther that I get through the layout, I'm running out of buttons. And there is not very much. See, I did pull in some black there because I was like, I probably need to do that. But I was trying to avoid that because, as you can see, you can barely see. It looks like there's nothing there at all. And I will come in and embellish over that anyway, so it really didn't matter that I put it there. I do start pulling out smaller buttons again as well. I had stopped using those. But we are going to make it. That's the goal. Make it back to the picture. But as you can see, my button stock has diminished quite a lot. And I have, like, it was all kinds of fun colors, and I just decided to do a little rainbow. You can't go wrong with a pretty rainbow. And we're going to get one more in there, and there you go. I'm going to put the lid on my glue and move on. I did go ahead and just for my little container of embellishments that I like to pull in every now and again, I grabbed some of these. I believe most of those are Chamel embellishments. And I looked onto the layouts, and there was a little mini clothespin that was holding the picture in place. So I just grabbed one out of my stash in blue, and I am actually going to, embellish over the buttons. It's not like that on the layout, but I'm okay with it. My title is going to be Artistic or Magic, whatever you really think it should be. I just go ahead and layer some of these up over on top of the picture. I got the little butterfly on the side. And I'm going to put this little chipboard R on top of the camera because, Rebecca. This video is quickly coming to an end. If you liked my video, please give me a thumbs up. Click that subscribe button below if you haven't already. Any questions, comments, or concerns you may leave down below, and I will get back to you as soon as possible. And there's the sketch, and here's the layout. So I'm going to do some close-ups so you can see this fun button work. But I will see you guys tomorrow with another layout. Have a fun, scrappy day. Bye.